Primordial Radio.
Primordial Radio, Saturday the 29th of January, counting down the upvote, the 100 most voted for songs by you, the delightful Primordial fam, for 2021. We're at number 86 now, and I am joined by a man who spent the first part of 2020 pretty pissed off because, hear me out, you can back this up in a minute, you've just done the best album of your career, but you couldn't go out and tour it because the pandemic kicked in. I'm here with Derrick from Sepultura. Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me.
No worries. So we're going to talk obviously about the track that's in the top 100 in a minute, but let me talk a minute. Right. So it was all over the press when 7th of February 2020, Quadra came out, and all the press that you were in the interview saying this is the best work we've ever done. Absolutely the best work we've ever done. And then about 4 weeks later, the world basically came to a standstill. And how did that transpire to you?
I mean, I think for everyone, they just felt very frustrated, scared, unsure of the future. And it was really frustrating at the most. But I was really upset. And I mean, it was really excited about going on tour. You know, everything was coming together as far as the dates, a great lineup that we're going to go out with: Sacred Reich, Crowbar, and this band, Art of Shock. Right. So it was all lined up in Brazil, rehearsing the songs, getting everything down, and just feeling really good about everything. And then this happened, you know, and it was just this helplessness I think a lot of people felt. And there was really, after a week of sulking and being extremely bitter, I just realized it was out of my hands. It was out of all of our hands in a lot of ways. And I just had to deal with the situation. And that's what came about. You know, that was my feelings at the time. You know, it's just like, okay, got to keep a positive mindset. If this is going to last a long time, then I want to keep active, keep doing something.
So moving on then, who came up with the actual idea of Sepultura then as an album, as a concept? Who actually kind of said, yeah, we'll do tracks and we'll get other musicians to work with us via the wonderful technology that we're using almost right now? Was it Zoom that you guys were using as well? It
was Zoom. Yeah. A lot of it was Zoom or StreamYard or one of those. I think StreamYard. But the idea came about from Andreas, our guitarist, Andreas Kisser, and he suggested that we stick together as a band. You know, we were very well connected from doing the rehearsals and many years of touring. Yeah. So he suggested that we should keep this connection going as much as possible, having a meeting once a week. It happened to fall on Wednesday, and it started off with just the four of us. And then we decided that we should broadcast something for our fans, something for them to stay connected with them. And to keep ourselves occupied with doing something, you know, throughout the day, since this wasn't going to happen, the tour and everything. So it grew with us playing instruments in our own homes, separate, and it grew of just us jamming Sepultura songs. One song each episode that we were doing. So we decided to call it Sepultura. Quarta is Wednesday in Portuguese. Right. So we decided to do that. And after we did that a few weeks, we're like, hey, we should invite people, you know, invite friends to jam Sepultura songs. There's a lot of artists and friends that we know that admire the music of the band, and it would be cool to jam with them together. So that blossomed into something really cool, getting various artists to participate, and then having other people and organizations talk with us, a part of the program, Sepultura, certain organizations that we truly believed in, things that we felt that could help people. We had American League for Depression, the people suffering from depression. We had Sea Shepherd. We had a variety of guests. We had a bunch of professional skaters. We tried to mix it up, not only having musicians or different people we were chatting with, but just a wide variety of organizations that we truly believe in. Amazon Frontlines. It was just truly remarkable, I think, for a lot of the guests. But it was, I mean, remarkable not only for the guests, but for the fans, actually. And so it grew into something much bigger than we imagined. And once we had all these recordings of all these different artists and friends of ours, release this. This is something that's very cool and very unique done in that time period. That hopefully will never happen again. But it was something very, very special.
So who linked up with Devin then? How did you get sort of Devin on board?
Well, Devin, I had met earlier in the year at the NAMM Festival. It's a festival that happens in LA with a bunch of artists and people from the music industry get together in LA. And I met him and did an interview with him for a TV show that I've been working on called Highway to Health. And so he was a part of that. And with that connection, it was pretty easy to contact him and to really ask him, hey, do you want to be a part of SEPULTURA and jam a song with us? And he was completely open to do it. And we even picked a song that he had no idea or he'd never heard, I'm sure, which is really interesting because it's not the easiest song to play. But he picked it up right away and he wanted to sing on it as well. So it was, I mean, he was the perfect guest to have on our show. And it just worked out incredibly well because he's such an easy person to work with. And he wanted to mix the song as well. He's very hands-on. And that was something that was very special and unique about having him as the guest. But we had complete faith that he would knock it out of the park and do something really cool.
We spoke just before this about the fact that it's 25 years for you in Sepultura in 2022. Any major plans this year? Is it, COVID permitting?
Plans.
Yeah, those days when you could actually put things in the diary in things other than pencil,
And it could happen. Possibly,
yeah, absolutely. Any plans? I see 4th of March is lined up as something. Any plans to come to Europe, or what's the next stage?
Well, the next stage is February. We have 4 shows in Brazil.
Right.
And that will start it off. As far as the first time playing after 2 years, it's been 2 years since we played. So we'll do those 4 shows in Brazil. And then in March, like you said, the 4th, I believe, is when the tour starts, North America.
Yeah. With
Crowbar, Sacred Reich, and Art of Shock. And that will go until April, mid-April. Then after April, we have quite a few shows in Mexico, probably 4 or 5 shows there. And then we hopefully will come to Europe to do festivals. A lot of festivals in the summer. If that goes down, that would be great to be there. It's been a long time, way too long. And at the end of the year, we have a tour scheduled for November, December. And I believe we have some UK dates in there.
Fantastic. And just a bit of an exclusive looking for you, Derrick. Any new material coming out soon? Anything new? You're just focusing on Sepultura, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we're really focusing on Quadra, the album.
Sorry, yeah.
It's I get confused at times too. It's just like Quadra. It's coming out. I mean, it came out and we've never been able to play a show, playing those songs. So we're really focused on playing those new songs and having that feeling, of playing those songs live for the first time. It's going to be incredible. So we're really focused on that and being back together as a unit and successfully doing these tours.
Fantastic. Derrick, thanks for giving up your time today. And let's play the track. Sepultura with Devin Townsend. This is Mask.
Primordial Radio.